In this video, I want to talk about what it would look like if life had a speed runner. And what I mean by that is if someone tried to speed run life itself, what would it look like? So first of all, as context, what a speedrunner basically means is it's like a video game term, and it's where someone tries to complete a video game in the shortest amount of time possible. So think of a video game like Minecraft. There's speedruns of people trying to complete the game of Minecraft by killing the Ender Dragon in the shortest amount of time. And it's like world records for these things. I don't know what the world record is, but it's pretty quick. People spend like literally weeks understanding the game mechanics and also just to try and like optimize the different processes so they're able to achieve the video game and beat it in the shortest amount of time possible. Now, that's what speedrunning means, but how does that actually apply to life? Because first of all, life, it doesn't seem like there's an end goal, right? Like if you think about the end goal of life as death, well, that's kind of dark, right? You don't really want to speedrun that process. But there are other things in life where it is worthwhile to speedrun. For example, if you have a particular career goal, or if you want to get good grades, or if you want to get into a healthy relationship, these are things that would be better if you can get them earlier than later. Because if you're able to, let's say, get good grades, cool, that means you get more opportunities. You get more opportunities to go to better universities or better work. And if you do that, and you do that faster, then you have even more opportunities. And essentially why this is so important is because you're basically pulling the future into the present. And ultimately, the scarcest resource in this entire universe is just time. And if you're able to speedrun life, that means you're able to save your future self time by becoming your future self earlier. And so whatever goals you want to achieve, let's say you have a 10-year goal where you want to become a millionaire. If you could become that in 1 year, how great would that be? So that's the idea of speedrunning life. And for me personally, the reason I care so much about it is I'm like very scared of death, but not in the way that you may think. I'm not scared that someone's gonna mug me or jump me in the streets. Knock on wood, that does not happen. But what I'm kind of scared of is that I'll get to an age where I'll still have so many things that I wanted to do that I wish I had done earlier. And to like kind of compensate and kind of deal with that fear, I've just been trying to be like very productive with my time, trying to get a lot of things done within the things and time constraints that I have. And obviously, there's still room for like play, enjoyment, all of that. I'm not saying that's not important, but there's also like goals I want to achieve. And I am wary that, time is ticking, and trying to do these things earlier is obviously going to be better than later. For example, spending more time with my grandparents. That's probably something that I don't have a lot of time left with. So that's something that I do want to maximize, and I want to make sure that I'm able to do that while I'm able to achieve goals like that, as well as other goals that I might have. And so that's the idea of why I personally am trying to speedrun life. Not in this like weird way where I just want to get things done for the sake of doing things done. It's still enjoying your life and, enjoying the precious moments with like friends and family. But it's just about savoring more of those precious moments and having more of them. So that's the goal. And the way to speedrun life, I've realized, comes down to 3 skills. These are the 3 skills I'm focused on right now in order to make the most out of my time and get more work done than I would usually have in the same amount of time. So these 3 skills are learning, communication, and connecting. So in terms of learning how to learn is probably one of the most important skills you can learn. So it's also called meta learning, which is just learning how to learn. And the reason this is so important is because if you learn how to learn, then it doesn't matter what skill you want to learn, what job you want to do, any career path you want, you're going to need to know how to learn. And so that's the first skill that I'm hyper focused on. And the YouTuber that I work for, Dr. Justin Sung, he has like 1 million subscribers, and that's exactly what he teaches. So that has been one of the best skills that I've been focused on. And I've found that after I've been slowly like training my way up in terms of like learning how to learn, and it's just made other things so much easier. Like whether it's like going to the gym or learning photography, I just pick up on things just better and just quicker, and I just remember things deeper because I'm been like training my meta learning skills. So that's the first skill. Second skill is communication, and it kind of ties with the third skill, which is networking. Because I've realized that there gets to a stage in life where it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because what you know, you can only know so much, and you can learn more by, using the first skill, learning how to learn. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you are just one person. There's only a limit to how much you can learn. But other people, that's endless. There's billions of people out there, and each of them, if they master a different set of skills, you can easily go up to them and basically just do a transfer of knowledge. And basically, it's just like a cheat code to learning. To give you a practical example, I have a friend who is obsessed with health, and he just analyzes the research, goes through so many YouTube videos, podcasts, seeing what the healthiest meal plans, diet routines are, and he just knows a lot about that. Now, I could spend all that time analyzing the research, and I could do that if it was a goal. But right now, there are other things that I'm spending my time on. But if I still want to do the 80-20 of health, diet, and all of that, I don't have to do my research myself. I could just ask my friend. And yes, there are areas where I need to filter through and just critically think. But for the most part, I'm able to just take what he says, which are basically the core principles I need to know, and take them, implement it for myself, and see a decent amount of success. And the way to achieve this is through communication, is through networking, is through just getting to know more people and to establish those meaningful relationships. So you're able to have these deeper conversations, and you're able to have that value exchange. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a literal transactional way. It's just a byproduct of spending time with someone when you're good friends with them. So they're the three skills I found to be the most important when it comes to just achieving things in life that would have taken much longer. But with these skills, you're able to pull them into the present and achieve them much sooner with these three skills: learning, communication, and networking. So that is how I'm planning to speedrun life, and I'll keep you updated on how that goes.